Hello, today we're going to be talking about how to inspect FRP repairs. So again, we're in a shipyard, so we need to keep a general situation of awareness of what's the status of our boat. Is the boat safe? What is going on around us? Is there forklifts moving around us? Is there other cars? Is there other boats that are being worked on? And what are the safety concerns for that? For PPE, we're going to be using our standard PPE. And if they're doing sanding or other fiberglass work, you might want to think about wearing a mask just to make sure that you are being protected from all of the dust that's coming off of the sanding. So when you're first starting off with your hull examination, looking for temp repairs is a good place to start. Up here we can see that a temp repair has already been completed. Temp repairs can be done for two reasons. One, there was damage done and they didn't want the Coast Guard to know about it. And if that's the case, if you find it, you need to do a full examination of it to make sure that it gets repaired correctly. Or if it was done more permanently based, that it's done correctly following the Coast Guard procedures. If not, it was done because we knew about there's damage and you found out about it after a marine casualty and we allowed them to do a temp repair to get them to dry dock, great. Now handle it the way that we've already planned on handling it, making them grind it down all the way to do a more permanent repair. Both are options that you will see. After we've already identified our areas that need repair, what we're going to be working with the owners of the vessels, is to work on developing repair proposals. There are a lot of really good information out there on how to actually do that, but we're going to make sure that we're looking at the condition, the size of it, how they need to repair it, and we're also going to be looking at the materials they use. One of the things that we do need to make sure is making sure they use fire retardant resins. These are the things that can help a vessel years to come if we make sure they use the right materials on their repair proposal and when they're actually doing their repairs. If we do all those things, then we can make sure that the vessel can be repaired to almost as good as new. When we look at the repair proposal, the owner's the one that should be doing most of the work. They're the ones that should be telling you how they are going to do it. And you're going to be the ones looking at it and making that evaluation to make sure that it is done in accordance with our procedures and policies. There's a lot of really good information out there, as I already mentioned. There's the Wood and Fiberglass School that has that. There's the FRP repair, I forget the words of it, booklets. And that can be great information for starting points to make sure we get it repaired correctly. So once we've identified our locations that need to be repaired, we're going to actually do our full investigation to determine what's the extent of the damage. So this is going to be where we grind down the fiberglass, we look at that, and use that information to go into our repair proposals. After we've already approved our repair proposal, now it's time for the owner to actually do the repair work. As the inspector, your job is to make sure that they're doing it the way that you already approved in their plan proposal. Are they using the right materials? If they said they were going to use something, are they using that? You might take a couple of times to go out there depending on how big the repair proposal is. A large one might take several times of going out there to see the various steps to make sure that the workmanship that's being done is to our standards. You don't want to go out there if they had a huge repair proposal, go out 2 weeks later and have it completely done, because you don't know if everything was done the way that you guys already agreed on it. So make sure that you have the time to go out there and see it on those different steps as you determine to be necessary. So today we've talked about inspecting FRP repairs. We've talked about the hazards that go into FRP. We've talked about evaluating the damage and defects, evaluating the repair proposals that the owner and operators provide to us, verifying that the owners and operators are actually following the repair proposals they gave us, and making sure that they do good quality craftsmanship on the repairs on their vessels. If you have any further questions or concerns, please talk to your local verifying officer.